Welcome to the round of South Carolina here at Darlington Speedway. The news items going into this race is that it's Labor Day weekend, and there are a lot of special paint schemes this weekend. A couple of really nice ones on the grid. I'm looking at the 4, the 9, the 5, etc. There's a lot of nice paint schemes. I think every one of them is an improvement from their normal scheme. We believe a lot of them are only going to be racing this weekend. A couple have expressed interest in maybe running them next weekend in Phoenix, but other than that, that's pretty much the only news item to talk about, with only a handful of races to go after this one. It's round of Darlington, followed by the round of Arizona, followed by the round of California at Willow Springs, and then Talladega. We're going to start eliminating people from the championship contention pretty soon. That's going to be important as the series goes on, because getting as many points as possible will become ever more important as we get down to crunch time this weekend. Anyway,
before we even get going, Nathan McCain has a mechanical problem on the grid for this race, so tough break for McCain, as the rest of the field, I believe, is getting off to a nice, easy start. You can see some of the one-off schemes today as we get going here at Darlington. So Nick Mason, Andrew Cross lead the field of 41 now, because McCain's on pit road. Around to the green flag here at Darlington. And here we go. Green flag is out. And away we go here at Darlington Speedway. Looks like Henry Samper back there got a great start. For once, we can actually tell the difference between the two Petronas cars, because Maya's got a special scheme this weekend. A little further back, you see Jake Baskinger with a special scheme as well. That is a Bass Pro Shop scheme honoring the former ARC driver DeWitt Fordale, and he is going to be driving that today, as well as Nick Mace gets off to a great lead with his ARCSOA America teammate in second, Matt Duncan. A little further back, you can see Tanya Jackwater in a specialized scheme this weekend. Unsure what the sponsor is on that. I'd have to get in a bit closer on that to see. And a little further back, you can also see Kenny Mine in his Bowling Green State University scheme. Christian Vander Pesch is in his retro golf racing Porsche scheme. That'll be an interesting scheme to watch as the race goes on as well. And you can also see James Shelley back there. Nintendo is, and that's actually, what they are doing is they are honoring some of the retro gaming. So this is a Sonic car, I believe, back there. And you can also see Tyler Favors in one of his better schemes. But Nick Mace off to a pretty nice lead so far. However, Henry Samper has closed the gap, trying to take the lead away from Nick Mace. Baskinger's also worked his way up the order as well. Henry Samper has been quick this weekend, didn't have a very good qualifying draw, and didn't get a whole lot of rubber on track when he qualified. So Henry Samper will be a car to watch as this race goes on, as Jake Baskinger has worked his way up to third, as DJ Curtis and Matt Duncan have fallen back on their start. A little further back the field now, you can see some drivers that we know of. I will say Silver Sport went all out this weekend. They even changed their numbers on their cars. That's Ryan Griffin. Normally he drives the 82 car. He is in the 01, stylized to look like the General Lee from a popular TV show in the 1970s. And Nick Pericles is another former car, and another paint scheme from the silver screen, and that is the 53 car. He normally drives the 83. Seemed to look like Herbie from the Herbie movies. So Nick Pericles in the 53 this weekend. Oh, there goes Nathan Hudson blowing up from a pretty disastrous qualifying position, as Hudson is grenading his motor around this track. Tough break for Nathan Hudson, as it looks like Henry Samper's trying to set up a move, because Jake Baskinger in the Cathnex 14 car is coming up the grid quickly. And Baskinger, I'm guessing, wants to win this race, as, oh, here comes the 10 car looking down low on the 48. This could be a move for the lead, as it looks like here it goes. Move for the lead. Oh, looks like Samper had to back way off the throttle there. Got on the apron as Mace kind of forced him down there. As, oh, big slowdown there. Looks like we got a problem with Nick Pericles. Pericles has lost a tire, and that's going to hold up the back of the field back there as well. So Pericles having issues as well in his 53 car. So not a good start for Herbie today. As here comes Nick Mace and Henry Samper once again trying to get something done. Henry Samper is on that because if he doesn't, Jake Baskinger will get something done on him. Here's my personal favorite of these special schemes. That is the Nebula Electronics car of Sean Angel, designed to look like it has nebulas on it, and it looks gorgeous out there. I'm not sure if the screen really does it justice, but we might see it from Noah Hart a little bit here. Maybe not there, but we're going to go on board him. There's some nebulas painted on it. Really nice scheme. I really like that one. Porsche did a nice job with their schemes. The Golf Racing scheme's a very nice one to have a nice throwback on. Noah Hart tends to do well here as well, so I'm kind of surprised to see him that far down the order. But great run, or great paint schemes by the Porsche Brigade, even though they're not running all that well with them. Nick Percules is going to be rejoining the race here in the 53 car. Just a normal tire going down for Percules, but he will be numerous laps down, as I think the majority of the pack is on lap 11. He is on lap 8. So Percules not doing well, and you can also see that wall from last year has not been replaced either, so that will be a bit of a... that could be a disaster if somebody wrecks, but now it comes the big thing. Percules, unless if he has a deeper mechanical problem, should be a lot faster than these cars, and it doesn't look like that's the case. Looks like Percules is pretty slow. There might be something a little bit more serious there. One of the big things about Darlington is the tire fall-off is quite large here, and you gotta be careful about that, because the tire wear is rather important here, as it kind of shows and determines a race win. Last year we saw that keeping your tires going was the key to the race here, because it's so hard to pass. Tire conservation becomes a big factor, and becomes a big advantage if you know how to do it. Becomes a big advantage if you know how to do it. Tire conservation is how you make moves around this track. But as you can see, they're already quite a lot slower than they were at the start of the race. Well, Henry Samper got by Nick Mason. Now Baskinger's making the same move. This could be big, because now Baskinger has been held up for a while, and I think Baskinger might have one of the better cars on the track right now, as Henry Samper immediately, well, Samper doesn't look very quick now, as looks like Matt Duncan, oh, maybe a problem for Nick Mace. Mace is having very, very slow laps now. I wonder if everything's all right with the 48 car today. But Henry Samper has opened up a big lead. He's becoming a major championship contender. The rookie class of Henry Samper and Christian Vander Pesch is heating up for the Rookie of the Year battle, because it also might be for the championship at this rate. But Matt Duncan now is working his way up the order. It's been a long time since we saw Duncan doing this well, but it also looks like Nick Mace has regained whatever was wrong with his car and is back running full speed again. But just got to be watching out for some stuff with this, because tire conservation is rather important here. Percules is once again holding up people. Percules is about a second off the pace of the normal field right now. As looks like some cars. Oh, there's Trek Tauger. I forgot he's got a special paint scheme today. That car looks really nice. One of Tauger's better schemes. Walkier in the past has had kind of a bad reputation for paint schemes, and well, it looks like they're getting their act together in the paint shop department, because that car doesn't look half bad. Chris Washer would be the first car to earn his Darlington stripe today, as Washer would put it in the wall. Shows what tire conservation does. The field does a nice job avoiding the pretty slow Washer car, but Washer's going to go from, I believe, something like 11th down to like 20th. Actually 17th, but yeah, Washer fell down quite a few spots. Now you're going to start seeing these cars really start to struggle when it comes to handling, and that's one of the keys to Darlington, is just trying to manage yourself here. As it looks like Henry Samper has, and is opening up even a bigger lead because of it. So I wonder if that's what Nick Mace was doing, was managing his tires while they were leading, so he'll be better off later on in the race. That might be a chance, because now it looks like he's starting to pounce a little bit and try and go underneath his teammate Matt Duncan there, but not exactly sure if that's going to be that easy to do. Problems for Allie Nelson. She would have something go wrong. I thought it was initially a grenaded motor, but Nelson would have a problem and pull off the track, and unsure if she'd fall out of the race, but this is not going to be good for a pretty disastrous weekend. She's done pretty well recently, winning the round of Watkins Glen. rather crashful around a Watkins Glen. And now, this isn't going to be good for her. Any hope she had for a championship this weekend won't be. Realistically, or technically, I believe a lot of these drivers still have a chance, but we're going to really start eliminating people on a realism basis here. Two of the best heated battles all day have been Tanya Jackwater versus Andrew Cross and Skylar Johnson versus Myatt. Myatt and, I believe, Cross have been held up by their cars directly in front of them and really can't do a whole lot about it, as these drivers are right now fighting for grip. It looks like they're down over a second and a half from what they were running earlier in this race, as there goes Henry Samper off into the distance, but it's going to be big, as it looks like now we're starting to see some moves being made. I believe Samper just made a move on Hart back there. Hart was one of the kings of conservation, so Hart could play a factor later in this race if he knows how to save his tires. Henry Samper has caught the back of lap traffic, and this is going to be important now, because now this is going to bring everybody right back to him. As, oh, there goes Allie Nelson out of the pits. It was a blown tire, but now Henry Samper is going to have to start picking off lap traffic, and this is where Jake Baskinger can really gain a lot of time right there. He's already gained a ton of time there. But passing's one, but catching's one thing, passing is another. And look how slow they're going now. As, oh, there goes, I believe that's Nakagawa coming onto the pit road. Watch Allie Nelson here. Nelson should be one of the quickest cars out there, unless if that was a mechanical problem, and looks like that's the case, as she's holding up Cross and Myatt there. Not good there, but now they're side by side in front of Henry Samper now, and this is where things are going to get pretty sketchy now. Henry Samper is going to have to make a decision what lane he wants to go with, because, or which car's more reliable, Ike Durbin in the Disaster Mobile that has been the Audi this year, or will he go with, looks like he's going with the Menervini down there. But it doesn't look like the ARCSOA Americas are doing that. Looks like, oh, now they are. Baskinger now can maybe make a move here on Henry Samper, and it looks like Baskinger looked, but not going to do it there. Oh, whoa, it looks like Ike Durbin nearly went into the back of Baskinger there. The last thing any of these leaders want now is a car in front of them, one of these lap cars, to get into the wall. That would be disastrous for them, and right now it's looking like Baskinger's trying to look at different lines, maybe to get a run on Sanford there, but now Baskinger's got to worry about Matt Duncan now. Duncan's looking low, and that's not what Baskinger wants to see, is Matt Duncan starting to look low, as now, ooh, this is getting, oh, look at DJ Curtis way down low on Nick Mason, and he's going to get Duncan too. Here comes Baskinger down low. Looks like he tried something there. Doesn't look like it worked, but he tried something, as now DJ Curtis is becoming a big factor in this race. Curtis is now trying some pretty aggressive lap moves, as Baskinger now is trying to set up Sanford again on the inside line. That is going to be a very interesting battle now, as there's cars in front now looking to go too wide, and Baskinger again looked low, but that's not what you want to see, as, that Menervini did not just pit for a tire thing. I believe Polyakov's in for another mechanical problem for Polyakov. It's a tough break for him. Henry Samper did the smart thing by putting the lap car for Tone Nakagawa in between them. Now, as Nick Mace is now getting back by DJ Curtis, as Baskinger now is going to have to get by. Oh no, it can't now. Mace has got him. Mace has got underneath him, but better run for Baskinger off the corner there. Big run off of the corner for DJ Curtis there, but can't get anything done up there on the outside line. Just very heavy traffic now that these guys are having to deal with, and that's not what you want if you're one of these major leaders right now. As now here Baskinger's looking low, as Henry Samper is going low, but doesn't get anything done, as Thanos is coming down pit road. I wonder if this is for scheduled stop or for tire going, or for tire going down or some sort. And it looks like maybe we're starting to get the scheduled stops now. It'd be smart of them to. A little further back, you got a little bit more of an aggressive pack. Washers on Vander Pash. Vander Pash has not done well with this track today, as we're now starting to see field's starting to spread out a little bit more, a little bit less condensed, I'll say. A little bit more condensed further back you go, as here comes Nelson down low on, well, now that wasn't going to work. We're going to take a look and see what's up with the 78 quick. See if Nakagawa... Was it Nakagawa that pitted? I believe it was Nakagawa that pitted. No, it was Thanos, I'm sorry. Thanos pitted. We're going to see if Thanos is... Oh, no, that's a mechanical problem, but now we are starting to see the pit stop start. Or no, maybe it wasn't a mechanical problem. I'm not sure, but we'll see how quickly they go when they rejoin this race, but we're getting some people starting on some pretty aggressive tire strategies, maybe to get themselves up the order as Polyakov's rejoining the race as well. Baskinger back up to second now as now Henry Sanford's gone by the last of the lapped cars now. And, well, he's got to get by Perkins and Cavagnaro still, but he's got some clear room in front of him. That's going to be good for him. And now we're starting to see more cars start diving for the pits. Here comes Jackwater down low now on some of these cars that are having... well, just not doing as well. Jackwater is not doing as well with some of the traffic, but Mace is trying again on Baskinger, trying to use Nakagawa as a pick. That didn't work because Mace is being... because Nakagawa, or Baskinger, is being smart while being held up. Skyla Johnson was one of the cars further up the grid that got a great, who pitted early, and now she is going way faster than everybody else now. She is doing 28-second lap times. This could be, and I think she got held up through that, too. And now, oh, here's everybody on pit road now. Oh, problems for, looks like one of the Ferraris. Saarinen went up in smoke, I think. But now the leaders are all in a lap later. So here we go. Where is the 10? The 10 is still out there. The 10's holding his own now. I think he's going to have to come in this time. 10 will. I don't think the 10 can. 10's stuck out there. 10 is stuck. And that's going to really hurt the 10 car of Sanford there, because now all these cars that have pitted now are going to rejoin the race and be doing 3 seconds a lap quicker than him. So you can get about 30 laps on a tank of gas, 35 laps on a tank of gas, and pretty much you can't really get that long on tires, but you're pretty much just holding out till then, because a pit stop takes forever around here. So now, Sanford now is coming down pit road, finally. So now we're going to be looking at Nick Mace now. Nick Mace is leaving the pits, and Mace actually had a bad pit stop. It's actually Ike Durbin, or not Ike Durbin, Jake Baskinger we're looking at for, or DJ Curtis, I think, just took it away. Where's Skyla Johnson in all this? Johnson, I think, might get the lead out of this by playing pit strategy smart. So Skyla Johnson could be the leader after this, with a pretty substantial lead here around Darlington. Problems for Sean Angel after this kind of a pit stop run. Angel would fall out of the race, or actually during the pit stop cycle. It's a tough break for Angel. And Christian Van der Pesch would fall out of the race as well. So Porsche not having a good day here at Darlington. Both of them grenaded in their special schemes. And, well, that's kind of sad, to be honest with you, because those cars were possibly the best-looking cars on the grid this weekend. So Christian Van der Pesch and Sean Angel would both fall out back-to-back. However, the first caution of the race would come out when James Shelley merges up into Tamer DeLise, and they would both go around and out, or well, not out, but they would both go around and up. Yep, there's Shelley out of the race, and Nelson's done. Shelton's in it, and Nakagawa was in it as well. So tough break for all three of those drivers. That was a pretty interesting wreck there. But when a wreck happens at Darlington, you can't do a whole lot. So we're on board with Nakagawa. There's a car in the middle of the track, and, well, Nakagawa had the right idea, except Nelson got into the 99 and pushed Shelley up the track into her way. So Skyla Johnson was in the lead when the caution took place, and now she pitted again because she was off cycle. She pitted early, and more problems for Saarinen, I guess. All kinds of problems there. The race leaders are going to be Matt Duncan. Second is actually Henry Sanford, who worked his way back after a late pit stop. He kind of got lucked out there by the caution. So Matt Duncan leads the field back to the green. Lots of cars on the tail end of the lead lap that are going to try and get back on the lead lap, and that might be a case here as, well, I'm not sure what Matt Duncan's going to do here because the inside line doesn't look like it's moving, but the inside line is faster around here. I'm not sure why Aaron Perkins is lined up where she is. She should be on the inside line, but Henry Samper is up there as well as up. Looks like we got problems with Polyakov. Polyakov has a tire going down on the start, so tough break for him. So now we've got a race on our hands here. Problems for Alex Allen. Allen not doing well here. He had a good practice session too, but Allen not doing well here as Matt Duncan's got a pretty big lead right now over Henry Samper in second. Third place is DJ Curtis. So we're waiting on, everybody's pretty much on fresh tires from that pit run as, Marian Shallrat with problems now as well. So lots of tire issues here. This track has been particularly hard on them. So Matt Duncan with a pretty substantial lead now. He's just picking off lap cars one by one. And there's Henry Samper now. He got by them all. And now Samper's going to close up pretty quickly. Now, as if DJ Curtis can as well get by Alex Allen. If he can make this quick, it'll be a three-car battle up front, I believe. So Henry Samper's caught up to the back of the train that the leader Matt Duncan's in, and if he can get by Aaron Perkins before Matt Duncan gets by Cavagnaro, it's going to be 1-2 right, 1 and 2 on the track as well. So positions 1 and 2 will be running 1 and 2 on track. And that will be interesting to watch because Henry Samper has been dominant today, but he, I think, stretched his tires a little too far because he would have been down to like 12th if it hadn't been for the caution coming out. Is James Shelley still? No, James Shelley wouldn't be in the race, but we are now starting to see, Andrew Cross is starting to get a bit aggressive back there, trying to get by Baskinger because Thanos is holding him up. And now you've got Henry Samper making a move on Aaron Perkins. This is going to be big now because now Samper can try and make a move now on Duncan if he gets a good run off the corner. Doesn't look like that's the case this time around, but Duncan's got to start getting aggressive then. And now here comes Samper down low. Samper got a great run through the middle of the corner now. And now he is going to try and take the lead here. Going down the straightaway now, but it all comes down to now who gets the best run out of the corner, and it looks like actually Matt Duncan's going to lose track position to Aaron Perkins now. Perkins is holding everybody up, and now here comes DJ Curtis onto the scene, and DJ Curtis might take second if he follows Perkins here. Doesn't look like it, though. Looks like he's going to try and play things a little bit more aggressively here as Matt Duncan's holding his own on the outside. That's pretty impressive if I do say so myself. Up on the outside. Nah, doesn't look at that time as Curtis kind of got his nose in there and ran him up a little bit higher than he wanted. And Duncan had to back out. So once again now, Aaron Perkins is the pick for the leader. But no, not anymore. Perkins is coming down pit road. Looks like maybe an aggressive tire call here, maybe? I'm not sure. But now the two second place and third place guy can catch up now. This ought to be fun. Where's fourth in all this mess? Fourth is back here with Andrew Cross and Tyler Faber. They still got a couple of lap cars to get by before they come anywhere near the leaders. Jake Baskinger pitted early here, and this is an interesting thing because Baskinger was running really well but got buried by a slow pit stop. I wonder if he's expecting this race to go green for a while and is maybe going to try take a chance on tire strategy. It's a bit of a reach, I'll say. It is a bit of a reach because you've got to get to, that's going to be 40 laps. Or maybe hoping for a late race yellow, maybe. I'm not sure. But he's going to lose a lot of track position. But he may end up coming up with a pretty interesting strategy if this race keeps going green. Pretty heavy traffic back here now as everybody's trying to, is bogged down behind these two lap cars of mainly Thanos. And that's making passing very, very interesting back here. And just wait till the tires start falling off, which they already pretty much have. But these cars are all faster than Thanos right now, and Thanos is just holding everybody up. But you can't really blame her because this track is very, very narrow. And now here comes Saber once again down low on Cross for fourth. It's a good move. Brock actually doing very well here as well. I didn't expect William Brock to be doing that well at Darlington Speedway. As Thaber takes over the position. And now if Thaber can clear up past Thanos and maybe Allen, Thaber can have a shot at this race as well. But further up the order now, top three now are still dealing with traffic now. As there's Jake Baskinger now with doing 28-second lap times. But this isn't good for him. He needs to get by these cars pretty quickly because he's got better tires. And that's going to be pretty hard for him, especially with him being faster than the leaders. So he's got to get back up this order as quickly as possible. He's 2 laps down. And now he's got to get by him if he's going to have any chance at this. He's got to get by this pack now as Thaber looks like he's going to get set up again here. Looks like Jacob Hart down there. He's trying to maybe Talladega and vibe some people there, but pretty interesting move there by Hart on Jackwater back there, but a little further up the grid. Looks like, oh, now Henry Samper's got a clear track now, and he's going to take Matt Duncan with him. And now they've got clear track. So here we go. Duel now. It's a duel now between Duncan and Samper for right now, as DJ Curtis now is getting by both these two. And now this is where Baskinger needs to pounce. He needs to get underneath, and it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So his tire strategy, I think, just went up in smoke because he just wasn't aggressive enough to go underneath him. Well, that actually might have not gone up in smoke there because they got by Pericles, who seemingly might have a cylinder down, now that I'm looking at him, because it seems like the lap cars are actually faster than what they were. But Samper lost, I'm sorry. Duncan lost a lot of tire wear now, and Samper didn't. So Samper's doing 27.6s, while Duncan's doing 28s. So we're looking at to see who could be a good lap contender here, and I'm not sure who will. Samper's just got the best car on the field right now. This happened a few laps ago, but Nick Mace, who was up in the top 10, had a pretty interesting introduction with the Darlington stripe. As he would go up into the wall. This was while Baskinger was pitting, and he would lose a ton of positions there. There's James Shelley, actually. Oh, no, that's Kyle Shock Jr., I'm sorry. In a Namco Pac-Man throwback scheme, but yeah, Nick Mace would fall way down the order, down to 19. Well, Henry Samper has caught the next brigade. Oh, we got a yellow, actually. I'm sorry. That's what's going on. Wonder what happened. And now, pace car is out. More problems for Nick Mace as he knows he's got one of the faster cars on track, and he's getting antsy, and he drives right into Charles Samper there, and, well, he would go around, and that would bring out the next caution in this race. So, tough break for Charles Samper because Nick Mace is pretty much driving like an idiot. Well, this caution really screwed over Jake Baskinger. He got caught a couple laps down now. He thought he could maybe make it the rest of the way without a caution, but the interesting thing is now, as I'm looking at it, Matt Duncan is on 64. We're going to go green at about 66. Oh, there goes Ryan Griffin blowing up. Pretty ironic timing there. Ryan Griffin just grenaded. Bad weekend for the Silver Speed team. They didn't do very well here. And that ought to be interesting. As DJ Curtis is being held up. Whoa, I'm not sure if Cavagnaro is allowed to do that. They were Duncan for that regard, but because I think DJ Curtis is... Wait! Oh, DJ Curtis, I think, is blowing up as well! No, he's not. Never mind. I thought that was a bit weird, but I thought maybe there was another car blowing up when there wasn't. But anyway, looking at Henry Samper, it's lap 64, so it's about 30 laps. That's a tire run. Could we be seeing another race like last year if there's no caution? I wonder. Once again, race leader Henry Samper will have to contend with more cars on the tail end of the lead lap. Kind of the story of the restarts here. A lot of slower cars, a lot of slower traffic in front of them. So this could come down to a duel here. So, oh, Samper just grenaded the car. Charles Samper just grenaded his car now. So tough break for Charles Samper there, as now we're back green. Samper's got inroads to the inside line if he wants it. And it looks like he's going to take it. This is how Henry Samper, I think, could win this race, is if he takes this Lynn road here. He does. And now it's up to DJ Curtis to see what he can do now. And Curtis gets a great run off the corner now. But he doesn't want to do anything with it just yet, DJ Curtis. Now we got another car going up. That's Shelton going up in smoke. And that really held up Samper now. Watching further back for a possible caution in regards with that. None there. Now there's actually some clear tracks, so now we can actually see which car is genuinely faster, Henry Samper or DJ Curtis. So it's back green again. And now it actually kind of looks like Samper might be a little slower, sluggish here. I'm not exactly sure what's going on there, but further up the grid, Jacob Hart doing very well. His brother won here last year. Here comes Matt Duncan. Seems like Jack Waters going to get held up there by Alex Allen, who's kind of been a nuisance as well today. But now, Samper's going to catch up back up to these lapped cars now. Hercules has had a history of being one of the slower ones. Samper just set the fastest lap of the race right there, but now DJ Curtis is right with him. Lap car controls. Now here comes Samper's getting a move on his teammate Vincent Allen. Curtis's teammate Vincent Allen. I'm kind of surprised that there wasn't more of a fight there by Vincent Allen because his teammates in second. DJ's teammates in second, or because it's Vincent's teammates in second. They're going to get by Hercules though, which is a good sign. Hercules has been a bit of a nightmare. Curtis doesn't though. Curtis got boxed in, and that could be beneficial for Samper now, especially if Samper clears him. Samper clears Nakagawa. That's not what DJ Curtis wants to see, is if Samper clears Nakagawa, he is done. For now, at least. And now it looks like Curtis will get by Hercules. Remember, Hercules... Oh, there goes Hercules now. So that's both Silver Speeds done. But now Henry Samper's got to deal with more lap traffic now. This time Michael Cavagnaro, Jake Baskinger, Ike Durbin, and Nick Mace. Now if the 7 makes this painless and easy, he can end up getting away with something here, but this is where things are going to get really contested now, as Jacob Hart's now stuck behind Paul Athanos, and now Matt Duncan's up to 4th. Jack Water got by for 5th, Brock 6th, Thaber 7th, Cross 8th, 9th is Siren, 10th is Shock, 11th is actually Cody Lamas. Great run by Lamas considering his bad luck this season. 12th, Gravel, 13th is Myatt. Myatt having a pretty lackluster run, but at least he's still running at this stage of the race, which he's had issues with. Oh, there goes race winner last year, Noah Hart, out of the race. Hart just grenaded his car, so lots and lots of mechanical problems in this race. Not too wrecky, though, thankfully. More problems on Marian Sharad as well. But looks like DJ Curtis has had a tough time getting by Polyakov. I'm sorry if I called him Nakagawa earlier, but those cars look so similar anyway. Curtis can get by. He might have a shot here still. But yes, a little further back we're looking at now is Alex Allen's been a nuisance today as well. Not too many lapped cars in front of Henry Samper now, as DJ Curtis still cannot get by Polyakov, cannot make a run on Polyakov there. As Nick Mace is in the wall again. Gets it off the wall this time though, without riding the wall, riding the entire corner. As he comes down a little bit there on Brock. I'm not sure if Brock would appreciate that much. DJ Curtis finally gets the courage to make a run on Polyakov, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work. And now Curtis is going to get held up here. As I think he was trying to do that because he realized that Henry Samper only has one more car in front. Well, he's got Ike Durbin too, but only has one more car that he's stuck behind. And if Curtis wants a chance at this, he's got to go. He has to go, and that's not what he's doing. I'm sorry, but he's not doing that. So now Henry Samper has some pretty clear track in front of him now, and this is where things are going to get very interesting because DJ Curtis is still having issues with Polyakov, which is making things very, very nightmarish for him. I'm sure Polyakov won't be on DJ Curtis's Christmas card list. It's just been kind of a nightmarish race for a lot of these guys because Henry Samper's been nailing traffic perfectly. And that's a big factor here is now Jacob Hart now needs to get by Vincent Allen, and I'm sure now Red Bull's not going to let Vincent Allen let up that easy. I mean, pretty much, it's a clear sail now if, for a little bit, if Samper gets by Ike Durbin here. Because DJ Curtis is stuck. He cannot do a whole lot there. This race continues onward, but a lot of cars with some problems on pit road. Sarin's crew's got the hood up. And Schallrutz has been up. Aaron Perkins has been up. Now Henry Samper makes a move on Ike Durbin, putting another car in between him and second. That's a big, big ask there now. Here they go. However, much to the chagrin of Henry Samper, there'd be a debris yellow with only a handful of laps to go on lap 88 of 95. So now begs the question, do you pit or do you not pit? You have older rubber now. Do you come down to get new rubber? Or don't you? Durbin's coming in, and Samper is not. Curtis is not. Unless the pits aren't officially open yet. I'm not exactly sure. Well, Siren's coming in. Looks like Siren's going to try something here, but I don't think anybody else is going to pit, really. So Henry Samper's got a clear track in front of him with 4 to go. DJ Curtis, if he wants any shot, has to get underneath Alex Allen immediately. Has to get a better start than him, get underneath him. And pretty much it's going to be a 2-car duel if that happens, but I'm not seeing a whole lot other than that. I'm interested to also see what Cooper Siren's going to do. That should be interesting to watch, but he's way down in 23rd position, or 19th position. He was in 9th, so I don't know if that was a good call there, because I think they predicted that everybody else would be coming down pit road. But Henry Samper has dominated this race, and now he's got every shot in the world to win his second ARCSOA Lead Series race. He won at Michigan earlier this year. So Samper leads the field down to the green here. Pretty much if a caution happens, the race is over. For the most part, I'll say. For the most part. Green flag is out, and away we go. Samper gets a great start. Doesn't look like Alex Allen did, and DJ Curtis is stuck. Yeah, right there, Samper just got it. Right there. Congrats to Henry Samper. Not even a chance in the world. Samper took off, Alex Allen bogged down, and Curtis didn't make a move. So now, I'm interested. What's Siren going to do? Siren's having a lot of problems in the back now. And now we're just seeing... Well, Henry Samper's done now with too long left in this race now. Is clear sailing for the rest of the race for the most part. And, well, DJ Curtis just didn't go, and, well, that was kind of a shame, really, because I thought we could see a pretty good race out of this, and, well, it just didn't happen, to be honest with you. The only remaining interesting thing is that a lot of cars would get penalized for jumping the start there. Jackwater would, Crosswood and Washer would. But final lap now for Henry Samper now. A lot of cars got jumping the start penalties, but still, Curtis can't get by Alex Allen there. Actually, Myatt's in as well. Wow, they busted pretty much everybody, didn't they? Yeah, because it looked like Thanos bogged down on the start, possibly. But Henry Samper rounds the final corner, and he would win the round of Darlington in a very interesting and pretty lackluster race, to be honest with you. And here comes the field of pretty much everybody who didn't jump the start around to take the checkered now. And now this is going to be interesting for Maya and Thaber, because I think they pretty much caught everybody else a lap down. So Maya and Thaber might end up, despite having a penalty, gaining something out of it.